UFO Squad. On the night of November 24, 2025, around 10:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, an infrared camera set up in Los Angeles captured a series of fast-moving aerial objects. The camera, pointed southwest toward the night sky, recorded 3 distinct objects crossing the field of view. The person who uploaded this video in Reddit later confirmed that none of the objects appeared on public flight tracking apps, despite their speed and clarity on infrared. The footage, presented in 2 parts, real-time wide view and a zoomed-in, stabilized version, shows the objects moving faster than typical commercial aircraft. The motion is fluid and linear, with no signs of blinking lights, strobes, or audible noise. Infrared made the objects visible despite the night sky, revealing heat signatures that suggest powered movement. They do not appear to follow any formation, nor do they resemble satellites or atmospheric debris. Given the southwest direction, they were not heading toward LAX but across sky corridors likely monitored by radar, raising questions about why they were not logged or tracked. With no conventional explanations readily available, no flight paths, no visual markers, no sound, the incident raises key questions. Were these experimental aircraft, military drones, or truly unidentified aerial phenomena? The witness claims familiarity with local air traffic, making their absence from radar data even more puzzling. For now, these 3 fast movers remain a mystery. Glowing UFO. Shortly after capturing it on video, a witness uploaded footage of a bright aerial object that appeared, vanished, and then reappeared directly overhead. The incident quickly gained traction among UFO followers online, especially among creators who specialize in analyzing unexplained aerial encounters. The witness, who claims to have recorded multiple sightings in the past, described this as his most shocking and clear encounter yet.
Right there next to me.
The stills from the footage show a radiant object with symmetrical light flares suspended in a clear night sky. The lights appear exaggerated in the video due to what the witness admits was a partially dirty lens, though the object itself remained distinct and central. What made this case more puzzling was the object's behavior. It was initially seen from afar. The witness drove for 5 minutes to get closer, but it vanished. Then suddenly, it reappeared directly above him, and this time he captured it again, only for it to vanish mid-recording.
Keep it on, because that's going to pop out of nowhere now.
No sound accompanied the sighting. No engine, no buzzing, no rumble, just the ambient street noise and the idling of his own vehicle. The silent, sudden disappearance further confused viewers. Many pointed out that traditional aircraft cannot simply vanish, especially while lit and in view of a camera. Drones, stars, and lens artifacts were discussed, but none explained the object's disappearance and return in 2 different locations. Whether it's a visual anomaly or something more advanced, the witness stands by his footage and reuploaded it to continue the conversation. This one remains open, unexplained, and now documented again. 1966 classic UFO saucer. In 1966, a U.S. Air Force pilot flying near Provo, Utah, captured what would become one of the most iconic UFO images of the era. The photograph, reportedly taken with a military-grade camera, shows a dark, disc-shaped object suspended in broad daylight, clearly defined against a smooth blue sky. The object appears to have a structured dome rising from the center of a classic saucer-shaped base. It reflects some light on the upper section, suggesting a metallic surface, while the lower half remains darker and shadowed. The crisp outline and contrast implied that the object was relatively close when photographed, far too large and detailed to be mistaken for a weather balloon or bird. The photo has circulated among aviation enthusiasts and UFO researchers for decades due to its clarity and the credentials of the witness, a trained military pilot familiar with all known aircraft silhouettes. Despite the high credibility of the source, the image has never been officially explained. It doesn't match the design of any US or foreign aerial technology known at the time. Was it an experimental craft, a misidentified object, or something not from this earth? No answers were released publicly. Decades later, the image still stands as one of the clearest flying saucer captures ever taken, raising as many questions now as it did in 1966. A UFO encounter in the Swiss Alps. This now famous image was reportedly taken in Saas-Fee, a mountain village in the Swiss Alps, around 1975. The photographer remains unnamed in most retellings, but the photo has circulated for decades through UFO archives, books, and documentaries. The setting is serene, pine trees lining a steep alpine slope with clouded mountain peaks in the background, and yet there it is, a disc-shaped object hovering clearly in the sky. The object appears dark and symmetrical, with a slightly domed top, casting a subtle shadow underneath. It looks out of place, not like a drone, bird, or debris, and too cleanly defined to be a camera glitch or smudge. Importantly, there are two frames of the object from slightly different angles, which adds weight to its authenticity. No strings or supports are visible. The surrounding landscape gives helpful scale and context. The object seems to be some distance away and of substantial size. Some analysts have pointed out how the lighting and shadows on the craft match the ambient environment, making it harder to dismiss as a hoax. However, skeptics have argued it could have been a model thrown into the air or suspended by thin wires. No official investigation followed, and no one ever came forward claiming the photo was fake. To this day, the Saas-Fee images remain unexplained, a snapshot of mystery suspended over the mountains. Whether it was a cleverly executed trick or a genuine sighting, it continues to intrigue UFO researchers and skeptics alike. White Sphere. On the morning of October 4, 2025, between 9:00 a.m. and 12:00 p.m., a strange object was observed and filmed over Millbrae, California, just minutes from San Francisco International Airport, SFO. Witnesses described the object as moving rapidly across the skyline, completing its transit in under a minute, far quicker than the usual flight path of commercial aircraft in the area.
That thing's. That's not a bird.
It's gone already. It's over the ridge line.
What the? Yeah, he dropped that on my leg.
Sorry.
Dude, that thing is cooking. Did you see that?
The original video shows what looks like a white or reflective spherical object, positioned high against a clear blue sky. The eyewitness, familiar with the constant traffic of jumbo jets overhead, emphasized that this object's speed, altitude, and behavior were not consistent with known aircraft. Unlike drones, strictly limited to 400 feet near airports due to FAA regulations, this object flew well above that threshold and showed no identifiable control surfaces, blinking lights, or visible means of propulsion. Importantly, the Millbrae location sits directly under one of the most controlled airspaces in the U.S., making unauthorized drone activity both illegal and highly risky. Yet the object flew smoothly and silently, without contrail, noise, or deviation, suggesting it was either incredibly efficient or deliberately designed to avoid detection. While the witness doesn't claim extraterrestrial origin, they note that the object's features, no wings, no exhaust, fast and silent movement, are outside normal aerial expectations. Its ability to move faster than typical jets in that area without visible thrust raises questions. Was it military tech, an experimental aircraft, or something else entirely? With nearby SFO constantly monitored, any legitimate aircraft should have been tracked. Yet this one left no trace. For now, it's classified as what it plainly is, an unidentified flying object. Silent black sphere spotted over New Jersey. At approximately 4:12 p.m. on April 13, 2025, a strange black spherical object was seen floating silently above Trenton, New Jersey. The witness, who works in the aviation field, was on the phone with his wife when he noticed the object drifting above the building he was near. Initially covered by clouds, the mysterious object slowly emerged, moving in a way that didn't match any aircraft he was familiar with. The object appeared to hover just beneath or along the upper flight ceiling, moving steadily but slowly, without making a sound. No jet wash, engine noise, or typical aviation signatures were present. The sphere drifted in and out of dense cloud cover, partially revealing itself and then vanishing again. The witness began recording but stopped briefly when attempting to capture the ceiling of the structure he was standing under. In total, the object was visible for 30 to 45 seconds before cloud coverage obscured it entirely. Its motion didn't align with known drones or balloons. It maintained a level altitude, didn't drift with wind, and never lost its spherical shape. From a professional aviation standpoint, the witness stated clearly, "I have never seen or heard of anything like this." Given the proximity to controlled airspace and the lack of audible signature, this sighting doesn't fit within conventional aviation explanations. The combination of cloud concealment, silence, and motion left the witness unsettled. Was it surveillance tech, an experimental craft, or something more mysterious? For now, it remains what it appeared to be, a silent, unexplained black sphere suspended in the skies of Trenton. Just before I move to the next point, if you are new here and enjoy mysterious, unexplained UFO sightings, then do subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to never miss a video. Black sphere sighting in Roswell. On November 15, 2025, around 12:00 p.m., a person sitting outdoors in Roswell, New Mexico, captured a startling video of a black spherical object hovering above residential homes. Filmed on an iPhone 16 using 15x zoom, the object appeared less than a mile away. Stationary at first, then unexpectedly reversing direction mid-air. The object maintained a perfect sphere shape and hovered silently over a quiet neighborhood in Roswell, a location already steeped in UFO history. There were no visible propulsion systems, wings, or rotors. It made no sound, no contrail, and didn't move like a drum or balloon. At timestamp 11 in the video, the sphere, which initially appeared to be drifting forward, suddenly reversed course, defying conventional flight behavior. The witness noted that the object lingered over average residential homes, not government facilities or high-value infrastructure. This led them to speculate, Why would an advanced object be monitoring ordinary citizens, many of whom are struggling or live in poverty? The implications felt invasive, even disturbing. Could it be reconnaissance, testing psychological response, or, as the witness suggests, a genuine contact? In a town long associated with extraterrestrial lore, this silent black orb reignites unsettling questions. Whether experimental tech or something beyond human design, its presence above Roswell homes, followed by a sharp, unnatural directional shift, remains unexplained. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe to watch more videos like this one.